Welcome. It is time to illuminate the path to your true potential.
Put your flight gear on and buckle up because things are about to take off at supersonic speeds, guys. Is that it right there? There it is. There's a fighter jet. Do you see it? Oh shit, did I miss it? There it is. It's taking off. Oh my god, it happened right. You can't fucking make it up. You can't make it up, guys. I'm telling you, I just started recording in the F-15. There it is. Holy fuck. Oh my god, God is the greatest. God is the greatest. Listen, if you're watching this at the time, like, it's gonna take off just like that within like 30 seconds. There's another one. Where is it? Oh my God, I love how God does this. Do you see the synchronicity and the timing in this? You can't fucking make it up. You just can't, okay? I have relocated. There's another one. I don't know if you caught that one. There's another one. I'm right near an Air National Guard base. I'm not gonna say exactly which one because they're telling me not to. I don't want to give away my exact location, but my partner and I relocated to yet another hotel as we're still looking for housing. We're waiting on some things, but we're trusting in God on this. So this is our third hotel since we've been here in the past 3 weeks. All right, and this is a wonderful place to be. And if you can see my view there, I got this beautiful lake with these trees. There's a fountain out there. Where's the fountain? It's out there somewhere. Look at that. Anyway, I was sitting here at this table having my breakfast, and these F-15s were flying from the airbase. And I was like, oh my God, this reminds me of my DOD days because I used to be able to identify military planes in my previous career, along with a whole bunch of other things with, I won't go into what it is because I don't want to give away what I was doing back when I worked for certain agencies, but I was able to identify military planes, and I'm watching these fighter jets, these F-15s take off. I said, man, every time one shot up into the air, I was getting goosebumps. I'm like, I'm feeling something, God. And God's like, I'm about to give you a prophetic word. And it was unexpected. And God's like, yep, you're going to record this now. So I'm thinking, okay, I got to get this word out there because for a lot of you, if you've been preparing, you've been in fighter jet training, okay, combat training, you have been preparing yourself. Your body is physically prepared to handle those speeds, okay, the altitude. Then you are about to experience something you've never experienced before, and it's going to happen at supersonic speeds. You're in for the greatest ride of your life, but that's only for those who are prepared. Now, if you're watching this, this is meant for you, but you have to use discernment because God may be saying, hey, do your fighter jet training, get your gear on, be prepared to withstand those G-forces and those speeds and everything, those altitudes, because God doesn't want you to pass out. It's like watching Top Gun, watching Maverick, right? It's funny because my partner and I were watching those movies just the past few days since we've been here. And I'm like, something's coming with this Top Gun, fighter jet, Navy Air Force stuff, right? Some of you may be in the military, but if you have been doing the work, if you can withstand anything, what's going to happen to a lot of you, it's like it's going to take off so fast, you're not going to know what to hit yourself. Your head's going to spin. You may lose your breath. You may be feeling like, oh my God, how can I deal with this? Now, if you've been preparing, you'll be able to deal with what comes to you. I'm hearing rags to riches. You're broke and all of a sudden you become a millionaire. I'm hearing you have a business or a YouTube channel, or you've been working on a project and nobody is catching wind of it, or nobody is viewing it, or they have an interest in it, and you go for being a nobody to somebody, okay? Some of you are going from being a nobody to being somebody, and it's going to take you by storm, guys. And But you need to be prepared for it. Things are gonna be moving so fast. Everything's gonna be happening at once. It's like the 8 of Wands in tarot, but times a billion. I'm hearing it's 8 of Wands times a billion. Okay, you have no idea how fucking fast it's gonna be. And I love the fact that the fucking F-15s took off right when I was starting to record this message. That should be a huge confirmation and a huge sign that God is telling me to tell you this is exactly what's about to happen. You can't make that shit up, because I cannot predict the timing of those fighter jets going off of that airspace to where I'm sitting at in this hotel room. Okay, God set this up for me. He's setting up, which is God telling me to tell you this is not a joke. This is not a farce. This is not something that I've made up. Okay, you can't fucking make this up. It's about to happen. I'm hearing it's about to go down, but the speed will make you dizzy. It will make you disoriented. You're gonna be like, what the hell just happened to my life? Now, for a few of you, this may be the opposite. Stuff is gonna happen so fast. You're like, oh my God, how did I lose my job so fast? How did I lose this relationship so fast? How did I lose my money so fast? How did I lose this, one by one? And this is not to scare you. This is to encourage you. Because when God does these things at a rapid rate, he's telling you, I am going to do something miraculous and something grand in your life, but all these things need to drop off real fast. Like when a rocket goes up into space, all these boosters got to drop off, right, to become lighter. If you are losing things, if things are just starting to fall apart for you right now, stay faithful to God. Stay encouraged. Remain positive. Okay? As hard as it is, I've been through this already. It's because God is removing these things from you to make yourself lighter, to raise your vibration so you can call on the miraculous, so you can magnetize the impossible. You got to do your part. And energy is always tied to the greatest manifestation of your heart's desires, but also manifestation of things that you couldn't even comprehend. Okay? Now, God has wanted me to talk about the speed of the F-15 fighter jet, right? Like I said, I used to be able to identify these planes, all types of stuff when I used to work for the DoD. Okay, I had a particular job as an analyst right when I started working for the government. With these F-15s, they can exceed speeds at what's called Mach 2.5, all right? That means it can reach speeds at 1,650 miles per hour to 1,870 miles per hour and can climb past 60,000 feet, okay, in just over 2 minutes. How many of you can handle those Mach 2.5 speeds and that rise in altitude that fast without passing out, without throwing up in your gear, in your cockpit, without, being disoriented? Do you have the proper training? Do you have your flight gear on and are you buckled up? Do you know how to handle this? Okay? Do you know how to handle this? Because when push comes to shove, and things are so, oh my God, like, right? What are you gonna do? Some of you may need to go watch Top Gun, watch Maverick, watch all those movies to get messages for yourself. I know I've got messages for myself for those things, right? Now God's wanting me to talk about my McLaren shirt. It's like the McLarens, right? They can reach speeds at up to 250 miles per hour, and they can go from 0 to 186 miles per hour in 12.8 seconds. It's that fucking fast, okay? This is not just I'm going from 0 to 60 in my Volvo in a matter of 10 minutes, right? That's my old car. I used to speed up so slowly, but I love my car so much. Some of you may actually be getting a sports car, maybe a Lamborghini. Maybe you are destined to get a McLaren, okay? Or an RSX, or I don't know, a Ferrari, whatever it is. That might be for you. Don't think that that's not possible for those of you who've been believing in God and believing in yourself and believing in your creativity and your projects and stuff, because God can make that possible for you. I'm getting something about, I did say rags to riches. Some of you will become a millionaire at the drop of a dime. And you're not going to know what to do with yourself. But God will not be bringing that to you unless he's prepared you for it. If God has been able to trust you with little, he can trust you with a lot more. For those of you who've been broke, who've been in really arduous financial hardships for years, but you've still been giving to St. Jude, you've still been giving to charity, you've been still giving to homeless people, you've still been sharing your gifts and talents, you've still been doing those projects, putting yourself out in the world, social media, whatever it is, you've still been giving time, money, energy to those less fortunate. You've still been in your high vibration. You've still been giving praise to God despite the hardships. You've still been giving praise to God despite the difficulties. You've still been singing his praises even when it's been tough. And you had still been, okay, I'm going to go buy this thing that God says for my health. I'm still going to go give to this homeless person, to this charity, even though it's only $6, $10, and it's the last $20 I have in my bank account. I'm still going to be of service to God. If you've been doing this and not been holding on to your money, not been frugal, not been greedy, not been selfish with it, or with your time and your energy, with your gifts, you've not been greedy, you've been not holding back from other people and being like, oh, this is mine. I made my money and I did this and I'm not going to spend that, God. I only have $20 left. I need to save it. I'm not going to give. This message is not for you. Just plain fucking simple. The truth has to come out. God is not going to be giving blessings to those who have that type of attitude, who are ungrateful, who are selfish and greedy. When God blesses us with a lot or with even very little, we're still supposed to give to him. Back to him, because it comes from him, and we got to reciprocate that back out, and we give time, money, energy, whatever it is, and it's the law of reciprocity, guys. Because everything that you garner, everything that you receive, comes from God first. And then he gives you the blessings, and you're supposed to be giving blessings to those who are less fortunate than you. If you have been doing this, God is going to turn it around for you so damn fast. You will be disoriented. Oh my God, what just happened? You may get nervous. You may start to panic. You may be like, oh, what, wait, what? But if you've been in your fighter combat training, you have your right flight gear on, you are restrained enough in your faith, in your hope, in being able to withstand massive changes at massive speeds, then you're in the clear. Then you are good. You're also ready to withstand whatever enemy fighter jet is about to just show up out of nowhere to try to destroy you, to try to shoot you down. Are you going to be able to be multifaceted and multitask in your fighter jet when the enemy tries to come and destroy you? When, you're having these missiles being shot at you, are you going to be able to do these amazing maneuvers to evade them? Are you prepared to handle the unexpected? Are you prepared to handle not just dealing with these crazy G-forces and these speeds and altitudes and all this stuff? Are you going to be able to handle that and the enemy fighter jets and any other obstacles that may come your way? If you have been able to handle anything with the pressure of life, right? Like diamonds are formed from pressure. Are you going to be able? Have you done your training to withstand the pressures of life, your hardships, your opposition, your obstacles, to prepare for what God's about to bring you? Are you ready? Because if you cannot handle the altitudes, the G-forces, the speeds of life, the pressure that brings, God's not going to prepare you for the miraculous. He's not going to bring you the miraculous. He's preparing you for it, but he's not going to bring the miraculous where you go from 0 to 186 in a matter of 12.8 seconds, like in the McLaren. because you won't be able to handle it. It's like a lot of people who win the lottery, right? Everybody wants to become rich and become famous and have all this money. Oh, if I could just win the lottery, if I could just, my channel could take off and I could be like Mr. Beast and make all this money, whatever. Are you prepared for that? Because people who win the lottery, how many of them are broke, guys? There are also famous people who rise up to fame, and this is no judgment on these people who win the lottery and they lose it all. I'm hearing MC Hammer with his golden toilets and things like that. There's no judgment against him or anybody who like squander or they're greedy with the money, or they squander and then they splurge it all and then they become broke in a matter of seconds. Here's the thing, guys. God can get you from rags to riches in a matter of seconds. But if you're not prepared and you're not careful, you can lose it all in a matter of seconds. If you haven't gone through the training, if you haven't prepared yourself and allowed God to mold you, to refine you in preparation for these things that are taking off at supersonic speeds. Okay? I'm hearing get in position. Flight control, that flight control tower is about to tell you when you are needing to engage and get ready for liftoff. Get ready to leave that runway, right? It's like, what's your call sign? All right, Maverick, you're ready to go. Starlight, you're ready to go. Sunshine, you're ready to go. Illuminator, you're ready to go. Right? There's your signal. You better be prepared. And you better be listening to God, because he's going to tell flight control. God is flight control. He's going to tell you, all right, go. Engage. Lift off, whatever that is. Is it becoming brighter back there? Yeah, see. There it is. That's what I want. I want to be able to see the background there. This is also confirmation with the nature behind me, the lake and the trees and stuff. When you connect with God through nature, and I've been saying this in my previous videos, guys, this is not a joke. Preparation comes from being in nature and spending time of it and enjoying the beauty around you. Again, this is what Jesus did to prepare for the pressures of his calling. It's so funny to me that everybody wants to praise Jesus and loves Jesus. And I'm talking about Jesus in general because he's a great example of this. Oh, Jesus is my savior and he did this for us. And oh, Jesus is like, he's going to do this and he does this for us. But are you following Jesus' teachings? It's one thing to believe in Jesus Christ. It's another thing to follow him. This is what's going on with religion and Christianity. I'm going to call it out like it is. Everybody wants to go to church and praise Jesus and follow him and do all these things. But are they walking the walk and talking the talk? Are they able to be like Jesus? Are they following his example by doing what he did? Going out in nature to connect with God and be in the elements and just sighing it, right? And then recalibrating, rejuvenating, taking care of his health by going out in nature, his sanity, okay? And then going back out into the masses to do God's will, to fulfill his calling, to fulfill the prophecy. Because so many out there, and again, this is cold hard truth. Archangel Michael is now coming in with his flaming sword to deliver this too. Here's the truth. So many Christians are out there saying all this stuff and going to church, doing this, doing that, and then they're like, oh my God, I can't handle this. Oh my God, I'm worried. I'm stressed out. Oh my goodness, I'm living in fear, 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 living in stress, living in uncertainty, living in hardship, and being succumbed by the hardship, and being like, why, God, is this happening to me? Why is this happening in the world, right? As opposed to looking beyond that, looking at the bigger picture, saying, you know what, I got this. If Jesus had it, you have it too. but it's following what Jesus Christ did. And stuff changed for Jesus Christ very quickly, did it not? But he was prepared. He went through his fighter jet training. He went through his combat training. He did what he needed to do, and that included being out in nature and enjoying life anyway, to prepare for the chastisement, to prepare for the punishment in a way, to prepare for the beating, the whipping, the crown of thorns, to prepare for being nailed on a cross according to what we know in the Bible. And for some of you, you've already been through your crucifixion. And now you're in your resurrection. We're already past Easter at the time I'm recording this, okay? Some of you are being prepared for your crucifixion. Are you going to be able to handle it? Your ego death. To prepare for your spiritual rebirth. It's exactly what happened to Jesus Christ. But those of you who have already been through that crucifixion, you're being resurrected into someone completely new, refined, renewed, rejuvenated. And then things are going to start to take off after you've gone through your resurrection. But have you walked the walk and talked the talk? Are you going to be able to handle the millions that are coming in? Are you going to be able to handle your business taking off, your social media taking off, your project taking off, whatever this is? Are you going to ask yourself honestly, have you done your work? Have you signed up for the training? Have you done your training? Do you have the right flight gear on? Do you have your mask on? Do you have enough oxygen? Jesus was here to teach us how to deal with the pressures of life. 2202, as I said that. Jesus was here to prepare for our ego 3 world deaths and to be able to handle it like a champ, I'm hearing, and to still praise God. I said 2222 when I saw that timer, when I said that part there. 22 may be significant for you. 22 is a master builder number, by the way. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 is foundation, balance, the 4 corners that create a room. Have you built your solid foundation to build that mansion on it? What's your foundation built off of? Is it sand? Is it mud? Or is it concrete? Is it steel? But Jesus was here to teach us on how to handle life and for us to be in our truth and to do God's will without fear, without worry, without uncertainty. And to not judge others who judge us. And to not judge ourselves either. And to trust and believe in ourselves with what our gifts, talents, and abilities are. Because the supersonic speed can take you out. And I'm hearing it again for those of you who are going from rags to riches, 0 to 186 miles per hour, going from broke to millionaire. You need to be careful, because if you have been passing God's tests and you have been still faithful and still been grateful even through the challenges, and you're not complaining all the time and you're not cursing God all the time, or you're blaming people, it's your fault, I can't believe they did this to me, that did that to me, blah, 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 blah. No, that's not in alignment with God's promises and his blessings. If you haven't been able to handle all of that, and you still look healthy, you've been taking care of your health too. Your health ties into your vibration. If you're not healthy right now, you're not taking care of yourself, that is not in line with God's miraculous and his blessings. Come on, let's be real here. How does that energetically match? How does it? When you get busy, are you going to be physically sound and well to handle the busyness, to handle the takeoff? Just like fighter jet pilots, guys, they have to have 20/20 vision. They have to be in pristine shape, health, even like physical fitness. Some of you literally need to get a personal trainer. Some of you literally need to go to the gym or do your walks or eat more healthfully. Because even that, if your health is not there, don't expect God to do the miraculous, because this is the other thing with this message, because not all of you, it's not going to take off for you at supersonic speeds because you're not physically prepared for it. You're not mentally prepared for it. You're not energetically prepared for it or emotionally prepared for it. This is a time to come to your senses and to be honest with yourself, because if you can't, what's the point of your incarnation? If you can't, then guess what? If you're not being honest with yourself, you're not being honest with God. And how is God going to be able to show you? Open these doors and these windows and and have these things come to pass for you if you're not in your truth. If you are not owning up to what God has been telling you the whole time. If you're not preparing. God is not going to put you out in the trenches. It's just like in military. You're not going to be ready to go into combat. You're not going to be ready to fly that fighter jet if you haven't gone through the training, if you're not prepared. And with every freaking training thing, guys, everything that we do, health is a major factor in it. So don't get it twisted. I am the one, the life illuminator, who brings out the light in you, but that's also the light of truth. Because if you cannot accept your truth, you cannot accept God's blessings and his miracles. That is divine truth right there. That is Archangel Michael speaking through me with that. Archangel Michael is saying he's tired of the bullshit of people thinking, oh, this is my prophetic message. Oh, this is going to come for me, come to pass. But did you do the fucking work? Have you gone through the training? Because if God puts you in that cockpit, if God puts you in that spotlight, if God gives you those $1 million, you can die, you can pass, you can lose it all. You can crash and burn. You might crash and burn. And I speak that truth, and I know people are going to fucking hate it, but I don't give two shits. I don't. Because I learned a lot of lessons with that. God's like, Jessica, I need you to do your training. I need you to spiritually prepare, emotionally prepare, physically prepare. Right? And God was like, and health is a huge thing for me myself. This is also rest too. Getting enough sleep. Listening to your body. Some of you are not listening to your body, and you know it. And you know it. I'm calling out the bullshit. That's what a life illuminator does. That's what I'm here to do. And Jesus did the same thing. Don't get it twisted, guys. Jesus did the same damn thing to call out bullshit on people. So what are you going to do about this? Are you really going to think about what it is that you are being called to do and how you're going to get there? Have you prepared yourself fully for this? Because if not, this prophetic message is not for you. And yes, you are watching this because God wants you to hear it. It is meant for you, but it's also meant for you to ask yourself if you are in alignment. It is also here for you, for God to tell you what it is you need to do first before the miraculous takes off, before your prayers take off, before whatever it is that you are desiring takes off. Again, have you done the work? Somebody just put a piece of paper underneath my door. They want me to go get it. It might be something significant. Anyway, that's kind of weird because it's kind of taking me out of the channeling. However, look at this. Okay, look at this, guys. I wonder if God wanted me to do this message at this time. Okay. I'm going to read this because they just slipped this underneath my doors. I was like hardcore channeling. This might be significant for some of you. So look, okay. They just slipped this underneath my door as I was channeling. Dear guest, on Thursday and Friday, April 16 and 17, we will be replacing required safety equipment in your room. We will need to enter your room, and each replacement should take approximately 15 to 20 minutes. This is a requirement for our life safety system and is not optional. If you are receiving this notice, then we will be entering your room to complete the install. Unfortunately, we cannot schedule a specific time. Please contact the desk if you have any questions or concerns. Also, if you have a pet, please make arrangements to have your pet out of the room or crated. Again, this is not optional, and we will need to enter your room to complete the install. We apologize in advance for this necessary interruption and appreciate your cooperation. This is unexpected. So now I have to prepare for these people to come in either tomorrow or Friday. This is a message for some of you. This taking off thing may happen on April 16th or April 17th. It may be 2026, it may be 2030, it may be 2035, it may be 2027. But April 16th and April 17th is significant. We will be replacing required safety equipment in your room. What do you think of, with the fighter jets? They also have to go through inspections, right? Do you have your safety equipment on? Life safety system. You can't fucking make it up. Is your life safety system in check? Is it optimized? Is it still functioning? Holy son of a bitch. I cannot get over how God has been creating these synchronicities in this prophetic word. I fucking love it. You know what that means? That means I'm aligned. That means that these messages are going out right now are of God, of divine truth, because you cannot time these things. You cannot make it up. But this is also to prepare for the unexpected. Somebody may be visiting you unexpected the next couple of days, the next couple of weeks. You may be getting a notice underneath your door. You may be getting communication, which is going to create the takeoffs of things, whatever it is. This may be the other way around. You may be getting an unexpected message where you need to vacate the premises. You need to maybe you're being evicted right now, or you're going to be, or you're going to lose your job. You're getting your pink slip, whatever that is. Or maybe you're getting a letter of promotion, or all of a sudden you're thinking you're getting a promotion and they say, hey, we want you to be district manager. Oh, hey, we want you to own this business. We want you to be the VP, whatever that is. We want you to speak at this TED Talk, or we want you to speak at this conference, whatever it is. Whatever. There's a message coming in, and it's going to interrupt you because the letter says, we apologize in advance for this unnecessary interruption. You see it? This is incredible. This is probably the most synchronistic, incredible prophetic message I've ever done. And I fucking love this. I love how God times these things for me. And this is also because God said to me, get ready for this message, Jessica. And I want you to do it from the room. And I was going to go outside, right? But there's nature still there. I want you to do this. And he told me what to wear today, right? And he told me to go straighten out your bangs, but leave the rest of your hair kind of curl. It's a hybrid hair. I've got my tight curls here, and then I've got the wavy part here, because honestly, guys, I used to straighten my hair and I stopped chemically straightening my hair. And what happens is that now my roots are growing and the tight curls are coming back, but then the ends of my hair are still from the the chemical straightening. So I'm trying to redo stuff, but God said, put your hybrid hair on. I'm like, ooh, this is fucking cool. I like this. I have hybrid hair. That might be a thing for some of you. I may be the poster child and maybe setting a trend here for all of us to have hybrid hair. Half curly, half wavy, half straight. Whatever it is you want to do. Okay? But there's going to be a necessary interruption. I'm hearing divine intervention, like the Tower card in tarot. Divine intervention. God is going to intervene. It may be a positive intervention. It may be a negative intervention. But if it's a negative intervention and this is going on for you right now, do not get butthurt about it. I've already been there, done that. And he said, you know what? I need to trust what God is doing. And it's not going to make sense. God doesn't have to make sense because God wouldn't exist if things weren't meant to make sense. Right? There are certain things that God does in this world that we can never explain. It's like the changing of the seasons, right? Nobody can exactly predict when we truly transition from spring to fall. We can't. We have dates, but it's not the exact transition. We can't explain how when you plant a seed into the ground and then the sprout roots up and all this stuff happens. We can't explain. Yeah, there's science and stuff, but we can't explain exactly how that happens. We can't explain the inner workings of God and how that miraculously grows. It's also the gestation of babies. Maybe some of you are pregnant or something. Maybe you're going to get unexpected news, or you're going to find out you've been trying for years to have a child and now you're going to have a child. Things are about to take off for you. That's for somebody specific. Maybe some of you have to have an unexpected C-section on Friday, Thursday, April 16th, or Friday, April 17th, or this weekend, whatever this is. Again, this is not going to be for these parts. Specific messages aren't going to be for everybody. So don't take everything as your message. Your heart space will know what is yours and what is not. If you get goosebumps, that is your message. If you feel light, that is your message. If you say, yeah, you know what? I need to change my diet. Yeah, I need to be healthier. Yeah, I need to stop drinking so much. Yeah, I need to stop smoking. Yeah, I need to exercise more, whatever that is. Yeah, I need to sleep more. Yeah, I need to let go of that job, that relationship. If God is telling you to do these things and this message is confirming it, do it. But if you haven't been listening to what God's been telling you to do, God's coming in to do it for you. So the taking off can be very difficult for you, or it could be like the greatest thing you've ever seen. But what God wants you to do is to be in your truth. Be honest with yourself. Listen to your body, listen to your heart, and follow it. What is your heart calling you to do? There's something here about money or money restrictions or being greedy with money, or you're lying to somebody about money. Wow, that's a different message. You're saying you can't afford something, but you can. Or the opposite, you're saying, oh yeah, I can afford this, but you can't. You know your truth. And maybe some of you are pretending like, no, I don't really have that, or I can't do that, or I'm not capable of doing this. Is that really the truth for you? Is it? I'm hearing this is a come to Jesus moment. I don't know. I'm hearing it's time to end this. That's also a message for me where I'm about to close out this prophetic message, but that's also for you. It's time to end whatever this is. If you are being told something, right, and you're afraid to face that truth, that is supposed to get you to make the changes. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to other people. That's not going to get you anywhere. God is going to kick you in your ass. God's kicked me in my ass plenty of times. The angels have kicked me in my ass plenty of times. Jess, leave that friendship, leave that job, leave that relationship. Stop working so hard. Stop following what everybody is telling you to do. Do what is right for you. Do what I have asked you to do, what God has called you to do, not anybody else. And I'm a messenger of God, and the angels speak through me. God speaks through me because I'm in my truth. I know what is right for me, and I'm teaching you guys to do the same damn thing. And with that, I pray this message really sinks into your heart space. Run this back, play it back as many times as you need to, because you're probably going to get more revelation and more messages on your own, and God's going to speak to you differently. Or it's going to be more clear to you the more that you watch this. Send this to people who really need to hear this word, because that's part of our purpose, guys. We are here to support each other, and we're here to support, to help others with their difficulties and their hardships. But we also need to call bullshit on other people. And a lot of us do not like confrontation. A lot of us don't like doing that. This is what God wants us to do. Jesus did the same thing. Did he not? He spoke up. And he said things and did things, and people around him were like, that is blasphemous. That is not of God. You are a heretic. You are a this. You are not the Messiah. Do you have the courage to do what Jesus did? To speak how Jesus spoke? To follow in his footsteps? Look at the disciples. They were scared. And again, there's no judgment. It's not easy. It's not. But share this with someone who needs to hear this. And be honest with yourself about whatever hit your heart space, whatever opened your eyes up or you dropped your jaw and your heart stopped when I channeled something. That's your truth. When you got goosebumps, when you felt lighter, that's your truth. When it's confirming something that deep down inside you need to face. I am planning to go live soon. I don't know if I'm going to do it tomorrow, Thursday at 8:30. I don't know. I have to see how that goes. But there's this, they're coming in and we don't know they're coming in to do this replacement stuff. So it's going to take 15 to 20 minutes, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway. Subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours so I can start doing the memberships, because I'm going to give you guys secrets and tips specifically on how I got to where I'm at. And let me tell you, this hotel that we're at, I didn't ask for this view. Okay? I didn't ask for this view. We didn't ask for this view. God knew that I love nature and water, and there's a fountain there. This is actually a good omen for me. And God made it so that we can transition into this beautiful space, and we're surrounded by nature, and we're also in a really cool place where we're at in Georgia. God put us here for a reason. I'm hearing for some of you, look up John 3:16. John 3:16. All right, peace be with you. I pray this really gets in your heart space. I pray illuminated your well-being. All right. If you can help me get to the threshold so that I can create these memberships, I'm going to do some awesome stuff with those membership videos. What else? Again, share this message. A lot of people need to hear the truth. God is going to commend you for sending this out to those who need to hear it. God's going to commend you, okay? Do not worry. Do not hesitate. Just seek the kingdom of God first. Keep trusting in God and know that things will dramatically change for you when you face your truth and you face your fears. And watch how things take off for you. I love you guys with the love of Christ. Be encouraged and stay well. Bye.